Hello and welcome to the channel. In this episode we have my story. This human is a regular at our events and I will let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Dan Martin and I compete in Canicross and I'm also a Canicross instructor. I have a club called One and All Dog Fitness.
Did you grow up with dogs?
Yeah, I've always loved dogs growing up. When I was younger we didn't have one, so I used to walk our neighbour's dog. And then when I was 11 we were lucky enough to get our own dog. Then we had a border collie called Striker.
How often do you train?
I try and get out with the boys twice a week, sometimes more. I kind of go on how they feel and how I feel as well. I'm a part-time fitness instructor as well, so I get to train myself most days, but depending on how the boys feel and how much other exercise that they've done, it kind of determines on how much I run. I don't take it too seriously, so yeah, but I should probably try and get out a little bit more than I do.
Ah, I see. How did you first hear about Canicross?
We first heard of Canicross was actually on a TV programme on BBC, I think with Chris Packham, which we later found out that there was some of the people that starred in that video we now know and are good friends with.
That's nice. What's this? Oh, okay. Which part of the sport do you enjoy the most?
What I love about Canicross is just being out with your dog. I love seeing his tail wagging when we're out running, the noises that they make with excitement, just how happy they are when you're out on the trails. I love it that our rescue dog, he doesn't really like people, but you put him in his harness and he's like a completely different animal. So yeah, it makes life with him a lot more fun and makes his life, him more happier.
Oh, right. What was the first breed of dog you owned and its name?
Our first dog we had was our beagle, Rudy. He was a cool dog. We never got the chance to do Canicross with him. We used to run him a lot and bike with him and kayak with him, but we never got the chance to do Canicross before he got poorly.
Oh dear. Give an example of your training regime.
So one of my runs a week will probably be a little bit shorter, so usually about a 2.5k. And then I'll always try and get out on a longer run, whether that be up to 5k or a little bit further, not too much. And always try and make sure I get a couple of hills in there as well, just to practice the hills.
Can you give any recommendations to new participants of the sport to help them start out?
I would say if you can, try and get yourself out with other people. I find the dogs work a lot better when they've got other people or other dogs to chase down. Also allows you to practice overtaking. You can practice things like head-on traffic as well, which doesn't always happen in races, but it's certain things it can do, like park runs and stuff like that. I find my dog Otis doesn't really like people coming the opposite way to him, but in classes we get to practice that a little bit more, so it helps him.
How many dogs do you own, and what's their names and breed?
So we have two dogs. We've got our GSP Otis. He's 5. He's been canicrossing for about 3.5 years now. So he does love it. I did try and get him out on the bike, which he started to like, but he's not too keen on the bike, so he just runs. And we've got Briar, our rescue pointer from Cyprus, he's about 18 months old. He absolutely loves running, which has been really lucky because he doesn't like people very much and he doesn't like other things, so having running has really helped him and coming to classes. He's even started on the bike a little bit as well. We've just got to watch it with him because he's very skinny, so he's got to put a bit of weight on, and then he'll be pretty good. I think he'll be competing.
What's your favourite course and why?
I mean, we're really lucky because we've got some really good courses down here, but I've got to say Noonan Bark's one of my favourite, just because there's a couple of different routes within the same place, so it's tough. It's got a couple of really good uphills and downhills. The weather can change, at the drop of a hat, which you never know what to expect, especially on the weekend. You'll get a one day where it might be super sunny, and then the next day it could be chucking it down. So it's always good fun. Yeah.
Other than Canicross, is there any other hobbies or activities that you do with your dog?
So yeah, with Otis, he's quite lucky, he's quite spoilt. So my partner does a lot with him, and I kind of do a little bit as well with him. So we do a lot of core work, balance, we do scent work, a little bit of man trailing as well. Just anything that we kind of like, that we think he'll like. We just try and do as much as we can, really. It's just getting the time to do everything, with training and canicrossing, and work gets in the way. So if we could get that out, we could do more, definitely.
What's the fondest memory with your dog?
I'd say fondest memory is probably when Otis was 6 months old. Me and my partner, we took him to London for the weekend. We went up to see a friend, and we just thought we'd take Otis with us, to stop us from shopping and doing everything else. We took him around a few of the landmarks. So we got to Buckingham Palace, he got to ride the tube, and he was amazing, and definitely would take him again.
Thank you, Dan, for taking the time to do this interview, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell. See you next time. Right, that's the interview all done. I'm off.